And going on comments, new layout. All righty, we're live.
What's up?
You might turn your mic down towards you a little bit. Say what's up again.
What's up?
There we go. All righty, guys. So Jon and Bryce, we are back. Hopefully, so far we're not getting the internet icon, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I think that we may have actually figured this out.
Whoa.
Because it was what James was saying. It was the latency between this talking to the router, and since we've skipped that, well, we'll give it just a second, see if anyone logs in. Wait just a minute or two. So the first thing that I would like to do is just take a moment of silence. So we've lost a lot of first responders and a couple service members over the last. So my thought was that we take a minute of silence for each of the 3 air evac. And then there was a firefighter that lost his fight to cancer. And then there was 3 U.S. service members that lost their lives. And so we're just going to take a quick 4-minute moment of silence just to reflect and honor the lives of those individuals. All righty. So if you guys are just now joining us, we just took a 4-minute pause just to reflect. In January, there was quite a bunch of loss, and so recently, Air Evac lost 3 of its team members out of Weatherford. One of our members is part of the Air Evac team, and so we're part of the Air Evac team. So we just want to, honor their lives, honor their families. We have done a couple things quietly to support the Air Evac team. So we just want everyone that's part of that community and that family to know that we're here for you. Also, a young man out of Owasso was battling cancer, and I think he was a Tulsa firefighter, and so he passed away last week. So just a moment to reflect on his courage, and then last night or yesterday morning, 3 U.S. service members lost their lives in an attack. So we just wanted to take a moment and just reflect and honor their lives. So with the Project Tribute Foundation, if you're new to joining us, my name is Jon, and across from me is Mr. Bryce. So I founded the Project Tribute Foundation in 2020, and last year, Mr. Bryce decided to be crazy enough to join me. So he is my director of ops, my right hand. Could not do it without him. And so both of us are civilians. We just have a profound want and desire to support our first responders. So if you're new to Project Tribute, what we do is that we fundraise for anything that can save a life for first responders. Our focus is rural agencies, but we will serve any agency. We're just going to put our funding priorities first to the small towns, and then as funding kind of alleviates or happens, however you want to word that, then we put it towards the bigger towns if we have it. So we are 100% volunteer based. Bryce jokes.
We're paid in handshakes and high fives and rejection sometimes.
Lots of rejections. lots of rejections. So we are completely volunteer based, and some of the things that we're going to talk about tonight is just that. How do we things that we're trying to grow as our volunteer base and our donor base, and you all come to play in that. So with the foundation, in our lifetime, so in 3 years, we've put $230,000 of gear in the hands of first responders. And that's been completely through donations or the revenue from the shirt sales. And that has yielded 17 lives saved. So the neat thing is with the gear, such as these bleed kits, put it on the camera here. So we get these out of Refuge Medical. And Refuge, if you're not familiar, is an amazing company out of Oklahoma. On our website, there's a link to Refuge. And what it is that's an affiliate link. Therefore, we get a very small portion of the sale to support Project Tribute. And then we use that to go buy gear. But in here is a tourniquet, chest wound seal, gloves, gauze, all sorts of stuff. So if you have a minor or major blood loss event, everything in this kit can keep you alive for the time that it takes for a rural community to get the hospital, the ambulance, any, life flight, any of those bigger resources to get you to the advanced level of care. This small kit gets you there. So it runs. The price is updated, so we'll call it somewhere around $100 for the intermediate. It's around 70 something for the next level. I'll have to look that up. But all we do is we take requests from agencies for items such as this, and then we go find donors or sell shirts and purchase the gear. So Bryce's role started off as the volunteer coordinator, and that's kind of developed to where we are trying to grow other volunteer coordinators. So if you'll take a second and kind of talk through the volunteer opportunities, and I don't know, can you read my chicken scratcher?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Well, one of the ones we're looking for right now is like a business development director. So generally speaking, that's just going to be the person that can sit there and look for different kinds of business opportunities and figure out how we can improve our business model, and just kind of being that person that can identify those opportunities. Currently we actually filled a role for an event planner, Miss Rhonda. She's been doing a great job, and she's working on finding us some events that we can go to and help raise funds for the cause here. We are also looking for social media coordinators, people that kind of know their way around Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, kind of the whole gambit, but primarily you're looking at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, those kinds of things. People that know how to run those, are familiar with the platforms, and kind of know their way backwards and forwards through those. We're looking for someone that can be our donor outreach person. That person's role in particular would be reaching out to potential donors, obviously, and then kind of communicating with them what we do and why it's so important that we do get those funds in order to provide to our first responders. And then outside of that, kind of the more general roles we're hiring for as on a volunteer basis would be just board members and volunteers. So the board member, as a board member, we have every month a standing meeting where we come together and we talk about what's gone on that month. And yeah, and that's kind of an important role for us because those board members reach out to they're kind of more another kind of an extension of that donor outreach platform. Is also their job to kind of go around and reach out to those other people, other communities, departments and stuff like that, and let them know what we do and why it's so important. And then just more generically, the volunteers just showing up for events, whether that's selling shirts or telling people what we do at a booth when we are out there kind of spreading the word. Could be anything from, like I said, doing that to passing out flyers, just kind of some being available for some of those more spontaneous opportunities to assist, whatever that might mean. We do a lot of different fun stuff too. Like we did a trunk or treat. Hundreds of people came out for that. And so, yeah, that's kind of what that volunteer role would be. Just being able to show up for simple stuff like that and just being able to listen and take direction and help out. So, if you have some time that you could sacrifice to help us out, we're going to be planning another meeting here where we can get everybody together and talk some more about these opportunities, see where your strengths are and where you could fit in well with our team. But yeah, so if you feel like you could fit any of those positions or any of those roles, if you want to head on over to the to projecttribute.com, we have a volunteer form that you can fill out there and kind of give us some more information about yourself, and then we can kind of coordinate a meeting, maybe a separate meeting from there. But yeah, we are looking to coordinate just one bigger generic meeting that we can all get together and talk about the opportunities and, like I said, see where your strengths are and see where you could fit in.
Sorry, I am typing into the comments all these items. Marketing, that's the one I missed. So the other one that I added is just volunteering virtually. Oh, there it is. I was like, the keyboard doesn't have a delete. So volunteering virtually. Bartlesville Public Schools. Volunteering virtually is something that any of you all can do. So helping us spread the word that we exist helps us reach other donors, other first responders. And so you can volunteer virtually just by every post going and sharing to the various pages of your community. Like Bartlesville's got 1,010,000 pages. So you all going and sharing through the social media groups that you view and that you look at, to let people know that we exist or that we have merchandise such as our hoodies. So yeah, if you're interested, I put the email on here and I'm going to hit enter before I forget. So if you have questions, such as like we had one of our volunteer meetings and they had some great questions and it was, hey, do you have a job description? Right now, no, we have a concept. So if you want to help develop that job description, that's kind of what we did with Bryce hey, let's start with this. And then it was, hey, you're really doing more of this and that's what you're passionate about. So let's create this role. So we are at step one. We know the roles that we would like. We just need to develop them. And so I've got a couple volunteers that have already been helping us out. And if you're interested in helping, really formulate the building blocks of a great organization, it's not often you get this opportunity. So if you want to just provide us a little bit of sweat equity and use something that you're passionate about, come, reach out to us, email us, come by the foundation. And then let's go ahead and let's see if we can put together while we're here right now. When are you available to do a volunteer meeting in person and virtual you want to do? I mean, we can do next Monday, or do you want to do this weekend?
Yeah, we could do next Monday.
You want to do next Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. So next Monday, we're going to do an in-person volunteer meeting, and we'll do it starting at 5:30. That work?
Yep.
Okay.
5:30. Yeah, 5 or 5:30 would be good. I'm off all day that day, so I'm available.
Okay. So I'll get off. I won't hit town until 5. So let's say 5:30 for an in-person. And if you're already showed up for the first one, come on down too.
Yep.
So this is if you have any interest in volunteering with the Project Tribute Foundation for a business development role, or a role that's going to have a title with it, come on down. If you're just curious to check it out, same thing. Come on over. Address is 4200 Southeast Adams Road. It's on our website. I think it's on Google.
Yeah.
But it's definitely on our website and on Facebook. Or you can just text me or email, ask for the address. But so Friday. Ooh,
Monday.
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 All right. So what's the date of Monday?
Lost me there. Let's see.
Monday. It's gonna be February.
You're right, it is February. Monday is the 5th. All sorts of people checking in on Instagram.
Hey, Rhonda, we were just talking about you, saying good things. Alrighty, so next Monday at 5:30 p.m. at the foundation will be our next volunteer meeting, and we'll schedule a virtual one as well. So if you're interested, it's not a one time you miss it, and then it's out. It's try to let us know when you're available, and we'll schedule times. We might just have to do it virtually. But if somebody's interested in helping develop a business or organization, we're primed for it. We're ready. We've got the right tools. I just need the people. Hey, don't worry about it. I appreciate you. So we just need the brain power. I need help to help us serve more first responders and save more lives. Again, right now we're completely volunteer based. So we could use all the help. If you've got the time, we've got the many ways to help. And again, if you're watching this and you're just like, man, I don't have time, you can volunteer for us. And I'll figure out if you're having to do volunteer hours or whatever, but just sharing our social media posts, liking our post, that takes time, and that helps us because we have lots of social medias out there. So all those things definitely make a difference. So for 2024, I think it's time to do the text to donate again for the first time this year. So if I was interested in donating, how do I do it?
If you are interested in donating, you would text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977. Text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977 now.
That's awesome. Thank you. I missed that. Have you noticed that we've not had any internet issues today?
Yeah. It's magic. Or James.
It's Magic and James. So speaking of James over at Kabbalah, phenomenal. We had our hard drive went down, and he ran right over last Monday actually and got it fixed. Had some slow internet. He went and troubleshot it. So if you guys are looking for any computer needs whatsoever, James over at Kabbalah. I really like how they've got it set up, but appointment only. Go on their Facebook page or website, and they will get you taken care of, from gaming computers to office computers. He set up this podcast room, and this was funded by the Bartlesville Community Foundation. So thank you, all of those, but definitely James over at Kabbalah. If you have any questions about computers, he is the go-to guy for me at this point. All right, so donating, there's lots of ways. So you can text to donate. That'll send you a secure link. The really cool thing about the text to donate is you can toggle a monthly donation. So if we had more people just doing the $5 a month donation, we'd be able to fulfill the over $400,000 of requests and growing with minimal time. We're still working through some requests from 2022. So The volume of requests has not decreased. As a matter of fact, as everybody's budgets get tightened,
and they will, and they're going to keep getting tighter.
Absolutely. They are aching for little things like tourniquets, especially volunteer agencies where it's 100% funded by the first responders. I'm looking into an agency myself, and everything is whatever gear you need, you're buying it.
Yep.
In the midst of all these other financial issues, that's why we exist, is to help fund for primarily the rural agencies and to offset some of those funding issues. So you can donate through the text to donate. Also, if you go on our website under the donation request, you can, if there's a specific request you like, you go on, click the number that's there. And then whenever you make your donation, you can comment what you want the funds to go towards. So we've got some pretty cool donations getting ready to go out, waiting for Refuge to call, and it should be any day.
Sweet.
But we've got some AEDs going to Bartlesville Fire, and that was donated by an anonymous foundation. We have the Bartlesville SRO added more SROs, and so we had another. Let's see here, who. I just forgot. Oh, the United Way. So the United Way, they donated $5,000 to us. And so once we get the gear on site, we'll do a photo, but that's going to be going to the school resource officers, some larger bleed kits, similar to what we did with the Play for Burke Foundation. Then with that, I've got a canine kit that's going out to Bartlesville PD, and there was something else. So we've got like $8,000 worth of gear. No, it's more than that because it was AEDs. So $10,000 worth of gear going out in a very short period to Bartlesville first responders and then some other agencies. So we had a specific donor show up, Jon and Bryce Colgate. They picked out 3, and so if you go on the website, you'll notice those are yellowed, and it's because we've got the order placed. We're just waiting for the gear to arrive, and then we'll go. So that's 5 communities that we're getting ready to. As soon as the gear's ready, we'll start moving. We'll start throwing down.
Heck yeah!
So. This weekend was an amazing event. I don't know. Did you see the photos?
I did.
Yeah. So I got lost. It was the GPS said go straight. Okay. If it says go straight, but you go right or left, what do you do?
It's a good question. What does it look like? What are we looking at?
It's a Y.
It's a Y.
It's literally a Y. Now, the right path, which I took, was dirt road. However,
it was the right path, so
kind of, because so basically where I was going was 6 miles in the center, and so I knew like, okay, maybe because you end up on a dirt road, like it's on a dirt road. So I was like, all right, I'm going to stick on the dirt road here. That 6 miles took me 40 minutes.
Oh,
every bit of 40 minutes.
Even in the Jeep?
I 4-wheel drive the whole, like I was sideways at one point.
Oh,
and I don't know if you've ever done like red dirt country mudding, but the roads, it's this compact gravel with the clay.
Ooh.
And so the car wash, like full power blasting, it didn't come out. It's still on there.
See, you needed, I don't know if you have one on there, but you need one of those bumper stickers for Jeeps where it says, okay, not okay. And then it's like if you're flipped over.
That's basically where I was at. I was not okay. So dirt road to the right, and the facility you're going is a dirt road.
Yes.
Paved road on your left, and there is paved road, and then you take the paved road to the dirt road. GPS says straight.
Yeah.
And you're doing 60.
I mean, my instinct would be to go with paved road.
Okay. I should have.
But you're like, I'm in a Jeep.
I fought mud the rest of the day. It was fantastic. Every time you lean against it, it was fantastic. But the Fire Pit Edition has been a game changer. Like it may have been raining and 30 degrees Saturday, but there was fire.
Yeah.
So that made a difference. Okay. I agree with Bryce, Jeep or not. Okay. So fine. I was hoping there was some Jeepers that would pop in, but not yet.
You were trying to take the road less traveled.
It was so heavily traveled that the road was not travelable. That's the problem. Is that
so? Then you took the wrong path because you took the path more traveled.
That's fair.
More heavily traveled.
But I got a good memory out of it. You would have stayed on the paved road, not thought twice about that road, except the skunk that died.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Probably would have.
So Burial Mounds is an amazing facility. I can't wait to get you out there. So the next one, they do a summer, and it's hot, but they do a summer running gun. but they we were talking with them about doing one of their events for Project Tribute, and so they've got some interest. So Miss Rhonda, Miss Susie, and John McAllister over at the Burial Mound Shooting Center are what they're thinking about doing is doing they do their standard run and gun. And then while everything's already set up, we would go very shortly after that for a Project Tribute run and gun of some form.
That'd be awesome.
That way there's not any added expense for anybody.
Yeah.
But what it is, it's basically a 5K with shooting stages.
Heck yeah.
So, I mean, it's
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And what I love about that group is it is folks from all demographics, all physical abilities. I mean, you walk in, as long as you finish, you did fine. And if you didn't finish, did you have a little bit of fun? I mean, it's but the thing that makes it is John and Susie McAllister. They are amazing. Those two are some of the best human beings that whenever I first started this thing, I don't know how they found out that I even existed, but they called me out, and I am dedicated that every time they have an event, if I'm allowed to be there, I'll be there.
Yep.
Then the networking, but they feed you like what event is like they feed everybody that attends this amazing barbecue from a local barbecue place.
Dang.
And they're smoking it right there. Like
Yeah.
it's boudin and I think brisket, pulled pork. I don't know. It was phenomenal.
Sounds like it.
If you guys have never been to the Burial Mound Shooting Center, on Facebook, it's the Burial Mound. That gets me every time. I'm like, why can't I find it? But they're over in Pawnee, so for Bartians, it's not far away. But there's people all over the country that showed up for this thing, and it was phenomenal. So
very cool.
Did you give them my info? I did not. What we can do is send an email to Susie and John. Or I'll ask Susie for her email so we can kind of start coordinating. They had a meeting or something happening this week where they were going to start kind of talking through the planning because they're going to start doing some team 5Ks, which they hadn't done before. So from there, they were going to reach back out. But Rhonda, I'll definitely get you involved. So other events that we have going on, and I had a lot of phone calls. So if either of you guys get this, Taylor Craig is Officer Amanda Craig's daughter. So they have started a soap. It was soap or candles or both, but a craft thing where she started off in creating a product,
right? And
then now she's created a traveling craft event.
Fair.
Yeah. And so, but what they're doing is that the proceeds that they generate, because to have a booth, you have a lot of places to have a booth. Yep. There's a percentage of you have to give them 1% of your sales, or $25 per booth, whatever it is. So what they're doing is, as they travel to various communities, they're going to donate the proceeds from the event back to a nonprofit or to like a police union, whatever the cause is for. So their inaugural one is going to happen for Project Tribute on May 4th here at the foundation. So Taylor is owning that. And I tried to post a TikTok of the Jeep going sideways, and TikTok said too dangerous. So I've got it on video though, because I did a live the whole way, and so I actually have it on video of me going sideways.
Oh.
And I'm like,
and TikTok said it was too dangerous.
Yeah, there was something. It wasn't letting it happen. Me post the video, but
there's more dangerous things on TikTok than you driving in your Jeep sideways.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, what's funny is like when you replay the moment, because I'm like Ned Flanders, just like just you would think I'm like screaming or whatever, like
oh jeepers,
oh good golly, we're gonna go off the road here. So May 4th, if you guys see the post, or plenty of Jeep clubs have actually. So Taylor's done a really good job hitting the ground. I had 4 different people saying, "Hey, is this legit?" Yes. If you get a message from Taylor Craig, and you're a Jeep club, she's been very clear on a lot of those group pages. You have to answer questions. She says exactly what she's doing.
Yep.
So Taylor Craig is definitely supported by us. Her mother is an amazing officer that we have supported as well. And so if she reaches out there, she's trying to do a Jeep show with the craft fair. And it would be here at the foundation. Heath Potter has been amazing and already given us permission to use the back lot for the Jeep show. And so May 4th, that's a Saturday. The Heroes Market is what they're calling it. Then James is creating an event page. I gave him access today. I didn't realize I didn't do that. So June 1st, there's going to be a all vehicle poker run. So whatever vehicle you got, we're going to do a poker run. And then Baxter Springs, the Baxter Springs Jeep Invasion, also open to any vehicle. There is a Jeep show, but they've got if you're from Bartlesville, it's like Sunfest. I mean, there's all sorts of, again, any help I can give Taylor, absolutely, we'll do, Rhonda. We'll get you connected. So the Baxter Springs, they'll like this. There was live bands and there was food and a beer garden in the Jeep show, and then things to purchase, cups, and you probably get a decorated Stanley Cup now. I bet. Maybe that's what we need to do, is raffle off a Stanley Cup, just one.
Yeah.
By the way, I had a Stanley Cup that had my Jeep engraved on it. That was on our store.
Oh yeah,
on the Printful store. It was on there. It's not there now. But
we missed the trend.
I developed the trend.
Yeah.
Dang it.
$200 for a Stanley Cup.
I've got a
people were trampling each other.
People are idiots. That's what they are. Idiots. I do not want a Stanley Cup.
People would disagree with you.
I don't care. That is not the first time that people have disagreed with me. I have a better idea than Stanley's to support. And oh, good. Yes.
Yeah.
Good point. Speaking of, sorry. We have merchandise.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Where's the camera? Which camera's pulling here? So we do have lots of merchandise. This is one of our Project Tribute hoodies. So we've got Overland Apparel is what they do is that they are printing you go on the website and it's linked right off of www.projecttribute.com. You order the shirt or the hoodie that you like, and then they've got lots of color options. These hoodies have been phenomenal, and then they will ship it directly to you. So what I like is now we're using a company that, an example is somebody had pointed out, hey, these Pacific hoodies are not on the website. So I was able to send a quick email, and within 5 hours it was right back on there. Versus when we were using some bigger stores, there wasn't that customer service connection. So we are partnered with Overland Apparel. They have been phenomenal to work with already. So Brent, thank you for that recommendation. These guys are solid.
And keep an eye on it too, because we're going to pop out more designs as we can.
Yeah, I want to do a Back the Blue design coming up, so I got to reach out to them. And then we talked briefly that we are a Refuge affiliate. So if you go and you're looking for your own bleed kit and you're a civilian, you can go buy one of their items. But if you use the link that's on our website, then we get a small percentage of that purchase, so that's a win-win. You pay the exact same price that you would have. It's just a little bit that gets deferred to us.
And everybody should have one of those.
Oh, absolutely. I just keep thinking through all the scenarios. I'm like, they've now make an ankle holster one that I'm like, I could wear that at work and be comfortable because I wear dress pants. And so I really, they're sending when we pick up the gear, they're sending one of those with us as we bought it. But I'm curious about it to see. There are plenty of practical applications at Burial Mound. 2 different people got hurt pretty decently. And I was, kind of mad at myself that I don't have just a basic first aid kit in the Jeep. So,
well, it's crazy too, because you never know. I think a lot of people discredit, like, you never know when something like that could happen.
Yeah.
There's a viral video I bet a lot of people have seen where there's this Kia Soul that's driving down the highway, and some truck or vehicle behind them lost their wheel. And so the wheel rolls up behind the Kia. So there's nothing they could have done. There's no way they could have anticipated this would happen. And the wheel got underneath the Kia and flipped the Kia probably 12 to 15 feet in the air, upside down. But how would you know to like, that's not even something you can prepare for. And I'm assuming everybody in the video was okay. Otherwise, I don't know that they would have shown it. However, it still just goes to show, like, have a tourniquet.
Yeah.
Have a first aid kit.
Okay. So Rhonda, what happens is if I put a kit in the Jeep and then I come across a first responder, I'm like, hey, I'm John, blah, blah. Do you have a tourniquet? And they're like, no, here you go. Take that. So it's not that I don't keep one in the Jeep. I just can't keep it in the Jeep.
He keeps one in the Jeep, but he can't keep it in the Jeep.
Yeah.
They grow legs and run away.
They do. Now I have tourniquets left and right. I just don't have the bleed kit. And so I need to make one and put a sign on it. John, do not give away. I need to I can lock it on there. That's I need to make it where I do not give it away. That's the truth. So, well, one of the guys that, so the first time they went to Burial Mounds, we handed out a different kit from another company. And so yesterday or Saturday, he was saying that him and his family have this memory because one of his kids got hurt. And I think he said it was either Pikes Peak, because Mount Everest, you don't just take your family to, right?
I mean, maybe someone does.
Okay, so we're gonna say Pikes Peak.
I wouldn't take my family to Mount Everest.
Okay, because that's the one that's got like the orange boots person and all that. Like they die up there, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna
people die up
assume
there.
we'll assume Pikes Peak.
Pikes Peak.
But
yeah.
so one of his children got cut,
Mm.
but because of the altitude, they couldn't get the bleeding to stop. So they ended up having to bust out the kit to get the bleeding to stop.
See, who would think of something like that?
Right. But he was like, so it's this family memory because, when we first arrived, we handed all the range officers bleed kits. And he's like, I had the bleed kit on me when we were just going to Pikes Peak or Mount Everest. I don't know which.
It was Mount Everest.
I'm going to embellish. The fish was this big. All right. So we talked Overland Apparel. We talked hoodies. So donors, we have already had quite a few donors that I want to take a second and just thank. And it's not all encompassing. And I apologize if I missed you. If I did miss you, yell at me later to send me a text. I don't know. So Walmart has already provided a couple donations.
Wow.
So local Walmart stores. And so that's part of that donation. It's going to go to Caney, the department in Caney, Kansas. The Mercantile. So Dylan over at the Mercantile was able to secure a donation for us. And so we're using some of those funds for the Bartlesville SROs. So, thank you. That's a big one. Businesses, especially food businesses right now are not, times are tough. And so to be still putting back to the community, I cannot thank the Mercantile enough. Obviously Burial Mounds, Susie and John, they are huge supporters and donors for the foundation. So I just cannot say enough about them. And then our biggest so far this year has been the United Way. The United Way, they, or the Bartlesville Area United Way, I think is technically the name. So that their team is always looking for ways to give back, and we were fortunate enough that they chose us this go round and accepted accepted to donate to us. And so and also on that one, Lacey Davis, thank you for your legwork. I know that application is a very lengthy process, and so your work came to fruition.
Yep.
In addition, we had some private donors. So Jan and Bruce Colgate, and Jim and Virginia Barr. Trying to think, there's quite a few donors. So if I missed you, please know that we couldn't do it without you. And so there's lots of ways to donate. You go over on our website. You can also
text bleed kit to 918-856-3977. You need we need to record that.
We can make it a button.
Yeah.
There's buttons on here. I don't know. Will it come through though? Sound pad. Yeah, there's.
We're messing with technology.
I know. I'm gonna all of a sudden the light.
James, help!
Wait a second. So I gotta select this.
And we're gone.
No, I didn't. There's buttons.
It lit up.
Well,
something happened.
Effect. Oh, here we go.
Who?
Halt 2. No, effect.
You sound quieter now. No, you're just not talking to your mic.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Well, there are buttons that make sounds.
We'll find out how to mess with those. But
Sorry.
We need an advertisement that comes we need to just say, and now for a word from our sponsor, and it's just us. But it's explosions. Donate now.
Like the empire.com jingle, Rhonda, I agree with you. The JG Wentworth.
That one. I have one memorized from back in Arizona because I listened to the radio so much. Yeah. It was a jeweler. And I could literally recite it right now if I wanted to. And I know what time they open and what time they close. And I even know their address. But
if you're bleeding, call Project Tribute. I don't know. All right, let's see here. So that's all of my list. We've talked through events coming up, and then volunteers. So this coming Monday, not today, Monday next week, we will do another volunteer meeting. And if you can't make that, just reach out to us and we'll figure out another. I mean, you're probably not the only one. We want to be available. It's just a matter of knowing where everyone needs us to be. Also, if you're a first responder and you are in need of gear, keep it real simple because I'm all about simplicity and directness. So you go on our website, projecttribute.com. I have a banner for this. See, watch this. Boom. Projecttribute.com.
Go there.
And then at the very top, if you're looking on a computer, agency request form. And on there, it's going to ask your name, your phone number, your email probably. What do you need and how many? That's all you got to do. So if you need something from us, that's it. Now, once you hit submit, I'm going to reply back to you and say, I got you on the list. Please make sure that you share to your group about us on Facebook. I cannot help you unless you help help me help you.
Help me help you.
What's that from?
I don't know.
I don't know why, but the vision of Tom Cruise with the big hands is like right in my right now. Like I don't know why. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Date Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Tom.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Listen here.
Yeah.
We won't say the rest of it. But.
No, you cannot.
Good
Facebook
movie.
would not like that.
No.
All right. So we've talked through Refuge Medical. Again, Oklahoma-based company. All their gear is made in America. And so they are huge supporters of us. Looking forward to another year of partnership with them. We've already got Miss Rhonda joining us on the volunteer side of things. Bryce is continuing trucking along with us. And then if you are interested, we are looking for folks that will help us.
We are looking for you.
In a nice way.
Unless
just stop. So
probably
if you have the passion to help serve first responders, it is a humbling thing to be able to walk up and just say, hey, I've got something to hopefully help you and make your day better. Bryce has attended a couple of those, and it's weird the first time, isn't it? But then it's such a like, wow, I'm allowed to help.
Yeah.
So Dan Police Department wanted to make sure you're aware of this. Oh, you got it. Okay. It reads like you were telling us. So probably tagging Sedan. Yep. Yeah, got it.
Cool.
Sorry.
Here we are.
Yeah. Hi, Sedan. Hope you guys are doing good. Actually, you went with me to, was it Sedan that we served? What was the Kansas one that we went to?
I don't think it was Sedan. I got a photo of it in my camera roll.
I have a photo of it on our Facebook page.
Yeah. We do.
Touche.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know if it was that one.
That was when that crop duster flew like 10 feet from us.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was like James
we got crop dusted.
We did.
By a crop duster.
Yeah. This is probably why we are the way that we are. Thank you, Jon and donors. Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, so we were able to do one kit to Caney, and their Walmart has been every time we've put a request. So every 6 months ish, they've been able to donate. So we're going to keep on doing those Walmart donation or Walmart requests, but that's through Walmart through Project Tribute Foundation. So
we'd also like to get some shirts in Walmart. So Walmart, if you're listening somewhere out there,
yeah, the Walmart
for you. Walmart.
So that's the other thing. If you are running any kind of apparel store, or if you have, we would like to put our shirts in somewhere where people can have them tangible.
Yeah.
The foundation office, we're just not here enough because we're out in the field. So if you run a retail store or know of one that would be interested in putting gear, yeah, nice plug. Good job. See, good job.
I think sometimes.
I think. I think.
I got some ideas sometimes.
We go, George. So the if you run a retail store that we could put our shirts in, that would be huge to help us. So just reach out to me. My phone number is 405-743-9349. All righty, man. We got a live going.
Heck yeah.
That's
got
awesome.
Internet. It's kind of important these days.
And did you see how you didn't trip?
I did. I didn't even notice the cord.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
It didn't. This is the only piece that I was a little like, I gotta figure that one out. But yeah. Okay, so now that we have the internet figured out, now we can start messing with good camera angles. And a soundboard. Like I could get like
yeah. See, I think we need to do like we were talking about, where you have like that classic, like I've got a chair over here and you've got a chair over there, and we got like a little table here, and then you put the camera over here.
So we did that at first, but they were leather chairs, and so every time you moved, it was like it just made.
That sounds fun.
It kind of was, but the mics were just too good for those chairs.
Oh, so you got to get like fabric chairs then.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, the other problem was you can only fit two, because this room's it's deceptive in how it looks. But we also we didn't have any of this stuff in here. So I thought about that. I also thought about, now that we've got shirts and material out there, doing like kind of having two setups.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, because then we could look professional.
Yep. This is like the news reporting desk, and then you have like the more casual morning coffee desk or something.
Yeah, Bryce. So Instagram is coming from Bryce's phone. Yeah. So yeah,
we're still figuring that out. We just don't. There's no way to get a proper angle on Instagram for both of us to be in there and for you to also still hear us.
Yeah, because TikTok allowed it where you can use both cameras at
TikTok
once.
was great.
Yeah. Bryce gonna get me a phone mount because I put that in the Jeep so I can stream while I'm driving places. So
we'll get a couple of those
hands free.
Yep.
Sorry.
No.
Clarify that.
Yeah. Hands free. Safe.
Okay, so before we cut out, there are 5 of y'all with us at this exact moment.
Donate.
How would you donate?
You text Bleed Kit to 918-856 857 91
856 3977
3977. It's not up there.
It's because you didn't. So you lost your gusto.
I did.
Okay.
It's been so long.
There. I demand a redo.
Text donate to 918-856-3977 now and give us a donation so that we can help out our first responders.
You forgot.
Okay, well, to be fair, most of the time I read it, I don't memorize it. So, and then you changed it on me too, because before it said Bleed Kit and now it says donate.
Oh, I clicked the wrong one.
You sure did.
That was for Giving Tuesday.
So now they're gonna give their money to the wrong place.
Well, both work.
Oh.
Like they're both live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I set you up for failure.
So who screwed up?
Well,
yes,
it was a combination of errors.
Story of my life.
Look, the road said go straight, and we had a left and a right turn in front.
How'd you screw it up? Well, you see, it was a combination of errors,
and we sent it. We just sent it.
Oh yeah, I'd rather send an error than.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All righty, guys. So if you are still with us, if you have any questions, comments, anything else that we need to go over, let us know. If you're seeing this later because you have a life, because Bryce and I. So if you're seeing this later, just pop on, ask questions, chime in if you have any interest, but also just help us engage with these videos just by going and engaging with it. It helps the algorithm and more people see us. And then the little things that cost nothing that you can do, liking our posts, sharing them, telling people that we exist. Also, the 3 dots on your phone, you can invite. And I did forget to mention, if you're looking on our website on your phone, projecttribute.com, the 3 lines on the top right is how you can go to the donor or donations, agency request form, and then the to volunteer, that kind of stuff. So we're going to be doing a little bit of website update, get our mission statement and our strategic plan posted sometime over this weekend. Well, yeah, you do have a life. We don't have a life.
We're funny. I've never heard that once. I was told I'm funny looking.
So I've actually I'm shocked when people are like, man, I love watching you. I'm like, why?
I don't even like listening.
I don't. Right.
Like I have to tell myself to shut up when I'm looking in the mirror.
Right. Because we represent the lollipop.
See, like that moment right there.
Yeah. Okay. Back to it. Otherwise, I'm going. So I just saw that the Everlasting Gobstopper, the original one, just got sold at auction for like a wild amount of money. And mentally, I'm like, you know how many tourniquets I could have bought for that? And it's going to be it's probably made of asbestos. That's what it is.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Give you one guess what they are playing. Cops and Robbers. I don't know, though. Halloween, he was wearing a military uniform, so I don't know. Traitor. Okay, guys. So again, lots of ways to support. Our mission is just to aid first responders in rural communities with their life-saving capabilities. And we can only do that through your donations. So if you'll help us, our goal this year is to raise $100,000. And that's $100,000 of gear that we'll put right back in the field as well. So it's not raise $100,000 so Bryce can have a private jet. There's no private jet here.
Just handshakes and high fives, right?
And a lot of no's.
Someday I'll have a private jet. I don't know what it'll look like, but
if it's something first responder related, I never know which they are playing. That's fair.
At
least they're outside. It's a beautiful day today.
Yeah. Not many kids go outside anymore.
No.
It is a nice day.
Yeah. Yesterday was great.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Cool. So, little plugs. If you guys are watching this, especially if you're a first responder and I don't know, after the holidays of the winter, times get kind of tough. I've seen it far too often. And if you need, just a pat on the back or just somebody to talk with, we're here. But there's also lots of phenomenal organizations. Warriors Rest is one that I've heard a lot. I just met a gentleman that's tied to one out of Owasso as well, and I forgot the name of it. So we'll be pushing out some information as well. But locally, you've got some great peer support counselors and some chaplains around that if you're struggling and you don't know where to go, just reach out to us and we can try to connect you with the right person. You, me, both, Bryce, Jet, leave it on a jet plane. Leaving on a jet plane. I don't want to fly.
I love to fly.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, until there's turbulence.
That's part of flying.
Yeah.
That's like saying I like to drive except the bumps.
Well, I mean, that's pretty valid, isn't it?
I mean, I drive a Jeep. It was compared to being a stagecoach. It really is, though. Like, there's some times where you're like, is the bouncing going to stop?
No.
It won't.
Not until the Jeep breaks down. It's back in the shop.
You son of a bitch. I'm telling Thorne.
Yeah.
I'm telling him. All righty, guys. So
shenanigans. Huh?
I want to cite Super Troopers. All righty, guys. So if you have any needs that we can fulfill, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and sign off for the day. And then, so next Monday, we will do the volunteer meeting, and then that'll probably take up. So I don't know if we'll do a live on Monday. We may do it on a different day just to try to play with the times of this. But thank you for hanging out with us. We're here if you need.
Yep.
Final thoughts?
Nothing from me. Just text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977. We need those donations.
And Miss Rhonda, I'm going to give you a moment to provide any final thoughts. Yeah, please come on over. Monday at 5:30. Bring the boys.
Yep. Other than that, I think that just about wraps it up.
And that's all, folks. All righty, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. Let us know if you need anything.